Hello, good morning. If you're watching this in the morning or whenever you're watching this, hello. So nice to have you here. Make sure you like it and subscribe if you're not, if you're on YouTube and if you're on Facebook, hello. And also I have a YouTube channel. So if you ever want to just watch from YouTube, you can go ahead. The card today I pulled for our morning message reading intention setting session is the six of wands. And the little affirmation is, dun, dun, whoa, I am worthy of success. Should have remembered that one. I am worthy of success, right? So I am worthy of success. I am worthy of success. And notice how that feels. And we all think of success differently, right? I think for me, it's crazy. What I've been realizing while I've been doing so much mindset work and work on my own, money story and all that, is that I completely usually associate success with money, with making money and all of that. And same with like wins in life. It's so crazy. I've had the most amazing life. I've traveled to so many places around the world. I started when I was 17 and I've done pretty much everything I ever wanted to do. By the time I was 58, I was like, oh, now what, right? So I've had so much of that wonderful success as in a really amazing life that I got to experience incredible things. But it would still be like, well, to me, I'm not making like hundreds of thousands of dollars. I'm not like, then I'm not successful, which is so crazy. And I'm still trying to get my head around that. Like, oh, right, I've been so successful in so many areas of my life. And same with fitness and running things, running adventure race things, like so then it's funny. So how do you define success? And you know what, it's funny because we can say, oh, I define success as what, as all of my life, but then that's the way I thought it was. And then when it really came down to it, I was like, why am I still disappointed in certain things? And I'm like, I wouldn't call myself successful, right? Like if someone would say to you, are you successful? And if you say no, wow, interesting. Why are you saying no? Right? Why are you saying no? And if it has to do with money, isn't that interesting? Just take a look at that and go, yeah, we were kind of trained, programmed, conditioned to see success as someone who makes lots of money is successful, right? So crazy. I know. So it's a big thing. And I'm working on changing that too, being like, instead of just looking at that one area that to me is not fully successful yet, oh my God, focus on all the other areas of my life that I feel I've been really successful in. And that could be like, you've been a wonderful mom. You've been an amazing coworker, whatever. You've been an incredible volunteer. You've won or you've entered, you learned to do a marathon in a little bit at a time, right? You were successful. You finished a marathon, right? You worked so hard. There's so many things we can be grateful for. We can celebrate in our life and look at, yes, that is really success. So let's see the message that it has. Something that you've been working towards is finally coming to successful fruition. And it's time to celebrate your wins. After giving your energy, stretching your mindset, and building the success lesson by lesson, gift yourself permission to bask in the warm glow, my dog, right, of accomplishment and relish the sweetness of victory. And it could be success in learning something, success in overcoming something. There's so many things. So let's just think about success differently. And I want you to kind of ask yourself, wow, someone asked me right now, just turned around and said, so do you think you're successful? What would you say? And how do you define success? Really interesting. And start to look at and even make a list. One day I made a list of all the things I can celebrate that I'm celebrating. It's things that I've celebrated about my parts of my life that I'm really happy with. I'm celebrating this. I'm celebrating that I did this. I'm right. It was so cool. It was so good. So do that. Try that. The part I'm reading today is a little bit different than that, but it is from the book, my favorite, Parallel Universes of Self by Frederick Dodson. It is about being the observer in your life. So again, you could look at it with when you had to do is success, right? For me to really see that I saw, oh my God, I'm only thinking of having lots of money as being successful, is I was kind of sat back and observed myself and went, I was kind of looking like I'm looking as some wise elderly person looking on me doing my things, thinking, and I'm like, are you right? I do associate it with money. And I don't talk about success. Like I know I've had all these accomplishments, done all these things, but I probably focus on more about what I haven't done yet or what and that's not a good place to be, right? So be the observer. An observer or witness, you look at something in silence without reaction. You don't attach meaning. You look at yourself like you're the human. So I'm looking at myself going, well, she's just this human who has all this programming and conditioning and feels she's limited and doesn't have, doesn't really realize the soul, the spirit being the expansive infinite soul that is inside, right? So as humans, we feel limited by so much because of our body, right? The physical denseness, our programming and conditioning, which can bring up doubts, limiting beliefs, all of these things, right? So you look at that person like your young self or the you that you really are, and look at as an observer or other people. Take away the emotion, take away the triggerness, go, wow, look at that soul. Look at that soul in that human body, having this human life. They must be struggling. Like this is a way to look at different things that helps you have more of a better perspective and be able to be more compassionate to yourself and to others, right? You are pure awareness floating above things. You are the sky observing the clouds. Self is not involved in the reality, but separate. When you are identified, you take a viewpoint, right? I'm Diana, take a viewpoint on something. So I'm identifying as this physical body with programming condition, right? But when I'm my soul and I imagine things as I'm this pure infinite spirit without a body, right? I know that everything is as it should be. Everything is fine. Just watching kind of like my human self or other humans, just go about what they're supposed to come against in this world, be challenged, overcome challenges. Oh, look at how hard they're being on themselves. Oh, look at how hard Diana, why are you being so hard on yourself? Like, you can do it. I know you have the power like that, looking on you. And I find that I look at so many things that way now, detached. Same with you for having money issues and you get so caught up and so triggered by that. Hard to look at your bank account. I used to be like that. Now I just look at it very objectively, remove the emotion. It is what it is. I now can either take action to make things better or I'm not. I'm going to feel sorry for myself. The bank account reads what it does. The emotion I choose to hold about it is going to either make my day miserable or make my day okay, or allow me to actually make positive moves or allow me to sit and feeling sorry for myself. Right? Anyways, poor dog, what he's doing. Let me just see if I can say. And another thing he says, so when you put attention on something, like this is me looking at my bank account, right? When you go into the reality, it becomes intention or a belief. Like you see the reality, like then you're believing I have no money, right? It's like you're in it, you're looking at it, you're seeing it as something through your eyes. This person who thinks, oh my God, has this dang panic about money, and it could be because of how your parents reacted. So you're looking at your bank account as this person now going, oh my God, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? Right? But when you rise above and look at yourself, looking at the bank account without the emotion, and that can be hard, but you know what? Once you are able to be that kind of like objective person looking on and remove the attachment, remove the emotion, see it for what it is, have like kind of like more of a compassion. Wow, it will change so much for you. And it's changed so much for me, so much. I live in way more peace and joy now. And when you're in this stressed, activated part where you're worried about something, you don't have problem solving skills and you're not creative. So you can't really find answers anyways. And you just end up staying in this loop of emotions that keep you going in a downward spiral. So try being more objective, looking from things from this high spirit soul godlike sense, right? God doesn't look at us and go, oh my God, what a loser she is, right? Like use that as an example, right? Okay, so that's what I wanted to talk about. That was just the power, and what is huge difference it's made for me to just learn to look at something objectively instead of giving it meaning. Because someone else, like I know women who are like, bookkeepers and stuff, and they're like, I don't understand. Like to them, they're like, what do you mean you get all upset? Like what I used to, when you look at your bank account, what do you mean you avoid your bank account? They don't even get it. They can't even comprehend that. But another thing, here's another example. I could get on a scale and and look at it and go, oh, so I don't give them scales. I don't even care what a scale says. Like I know I'm slim, and then you got like, well, because you're slim. But it probably wouldn't matter. I don't follow scales, never have. I would only go by how my clothes fit, how I feel. And if I didn't like how I felt and how my clothes fit, I would do something and stick with it and do it, right? That's just me. That's who I am. Whereas someone else who is like, look at their bank account, then they look at savings, then they set up an automatic savings account, then they invest here. That's what they do because that's just part of who they are. So to them, it's like, this is easy. This is great. I don't know why you get upset about doing this stuff. Why wouldn't like we can't, we only know who we are and how we react, but that's because of who we are, right? So everybody has something. So it's nothing to get ashamed about. It's nothing to think you're a loser about. It's just that is the challenge that you are meant to overcome in life. That is one of the things that you are meant to work on. This is something you came to earth to work through, right? Whatever you think, I think we're souls and then we come down into a body and this is what we're meant to work through in this life. Your challenges. It's not like all of a sudden these challenge comes up. Why me? Why is this challenge here? This shouldn't be here. Yes, it is. It's meant to be here. We're meant to work through it, walk through it, learn from it, learn how to overcome it, learn how to deal with it. All of those things. That's what life is about. So I hope this helped you today, and go about your day and look at all the beautiful successes that you have had and are still going to have in your life, and think about all the things you're grateful for and celebrate you because you are amazing. And I know you've done some incredible things. All right. So much love to you. Until the next time. Bye.